Emotion is something that's very complex, in my opinion. It's not something that you talk about a lot. It's not something that you can explain to another person very easily. So it's very complex. It involves a lot of things such as thoughts, feelings, and the way how you make decisions or decide things. And like I said, it's also something very personal. So why wouldn't you put your emotion into beats? And that's something that I've noticed when I was making dark beats all the time, because I would just wake up, make dark trap beats. If y'all look at my tutorials from, I'd say, a year ago, the only thing that I would make is dark trap beats for Future, Nardo, Wick, Lil Baby, Lil Durk, all them. And I'm not saying that I wasn't enjoying making those beats, because at the time, I was really enjoying making beats, of course. But the more I made those types of beats, the more I realized that I wasn't really putting any emotion into my beats, you feel me? Like, it was starting to look like more of a routine instead of me making music from, I'm not trying to sound spiritual, but from my soul, you feel me? And that's something I've been really focusing on for the past few months, I'd say, to really put my emotion and my soul into my music, so it's a little bit more personal instead of me just making the same beat over and over again, following the same pattern on how to make my beats, and every beat pretty much being the same but sounding just a little bit different. And that's some shit that I'm trying to avoid right now. So I've been thinking about how to switch my music up, how to make it very personal so that my beats and my music is a representation of me. If that makes sense to y'all. And that's why for today's beat, the beat that I'm gonna be making today, I'm gonna just focus on what I feel like adding, you feel me, without focusing too much on genres, on what would be the right thing to add, type beats and all that stuff. I'm just gonna be making a beat that's inspired by me, if that makes sense. So go right into it, man. Let's get it. Alright, man, as you can see, I got FL Studio pulled up, and I just want to use FL Studio as a translation of my ideas, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm gonna do. As for the inspiration, the only thing that I'm going to take inspiration from is the way how I'm feeling. So that's pretty much it. So let's go for a BPM range that I don't really use too often, which is between the 120s and the 140s. So let's go for 130, 137. So for the first sound, I got Analog Lab pulled up. I think I want to start out with some sort of pad. Start out with the synth pad right here. So a trick that I've been using a lot recently when it comes to laying down chord progressions and all that stuff is to pick a scale and not start on the root note of that scale. There's probably some sort of music theory term for this, but for the ones who watch my videos, I don't really know music theory like that. So for example, instead of starting on F sharp, which is the root note of the scale, I would kind of delay this a little bit and start on a different note. Something like that. Kind of wants to gravitate towards that root note, F sharp. Kind of build some tension. Like I said, I don't know the music theory behind this, but it just sounds good in my opinion. Push this down an octave to introduce some lower frequencies. Leave a gap right here to build some tension. Let's also create some sort of progression on the next 4 bars. Ooh. You feel me? Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but it works. Those some basic triad chords on top of those root notes. Skip 1 note in the scale. Let's pitch up all the middle notes of the chords just to kind of spread out the frequencies. Yo, that's crazy. Found this preset. I think I want to layer a lot of layers on top of each other. Of course, when using chords, so I think I want to go for something a little bit more ambient, such as this preset, for example. Get right into the processing, started with an EQ, get rid of some of the lower frequencies and harsh frequencies, like that. Slight compression just to even it out a little bit. Push the loud and quiet parts closer together. Add some more character to it. Some wobble, distortion, some vinyl noise. Also added some Valhalla Vintage Verb, some reverb, and some distortion to that. And the reason why I added the RC20 last is so there's no reverb applied to the vinyl noise. Sounds a little bit more crispy that way. That's pretty much it for the first melody, man. Sounds good. Hold on, man. I actually think I'm gonna pitch these top notes that we pitched up before. I think I'm gonna pitch them down just to kind of narrow down the frequencies so that there's more room for counter melodies, if that makes sense. You feel me? Like, I think this sound way better. A lot of room left in the higher frequencies. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like this. All right, so for the second layer, I think I want to arpeggize. That's no way that's a word. I want to add an arpeggio to it, to kind of arpeggiate these chords. I think it's arpeggiate. So I think I want to use Omnisphere for that. Maybe a guitar. just start out with this one and change the preset probably. Copy over the chords, paste it into the guitar. You feel me? Like, add some rhythm into the pad since the pad's very ambient. Whoa. Ooh, hold on, boy. Back to those chords. That's a hard accent. So also process that. Something like that. Let's also pan it out to the right. Yep. Some distortion and reverb. Turn it down. Solid. Next, I want to layer that with a grand piano, especially when using pads and chords. 9 times out of 10, always use a grand piano. Once again, just copy over these chords, paste it into the grand piano. For the grand piano, I do think I'm gonna pitch up those middle notes again. I'll also play around with the velocities till it sounds just a little bit better. Makes a huge difference randomizing the velocities. As for the processing to complement this accent that we just added, I pan this to the left, just kind of even it out. Really boost that presence, take out the sub lows. Something like that. Some delay. So let's add some reverb to that. Just kind of tuck it in the back a little bit. Turn it down. That's hard. So after those 3 layers, I think I want to add a sub bass to it, just to kind of fill out those lower frequencies. Let's find a bass preset in Atmosphere. Something like that, for example. Turn on the glide right here. So they kind of glide into each other. There's a lot more depth to it. That's perfect. Also want to add some sort of ambient vocal to that sample, so I got Arcade put up for that. Hold on. On these 2 vocal layers. Perfect. I always like to start out with a shelf on vocals. You feel me? Like, find the frequencies that I want to keep. Sounds good. Yeah, some delay to it, a little bit of compression and some reverb. Add some more character to it, man. Yeah. So also add a guitar to it, man. Fuck it. That's so crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. I've been playing this shit for the past 30 minutes, bro. Like, we gotta have enough, bro. All right, let's see if we can chop it up. So I recorded 2 layers, one lower pitched layer and one higher pitched layer. So my idea was to pan one to the left and one to the right. Gotta turn out crazy, bro, because I spent like 45 minutes on that shit, bro. So I quantized 2 layers real quick and I rendered it out into 2 separate layers. I send them to a mixer track, pan one to the left, one to the right. Feel me? Like, complement each other perfectly, bro. Like, that shit tough, bro. First, I'm gonna add some EQ in. some compression to both, and after that I'm gonna send them to a bus and add some delays, reverbs, all that stuff. That shit crazy, bro. These effects that I added, EQing, compression, chorus, reverb. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it for the sample. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers, so that should be enough for the arrangement. And I'm actually starving, bro. I can't even lie. So before I add the drums, I'm gonna just grab something to eat real quick. But of course, man, every single drum sound that I'm gonna be using for today's beat, all of my videos, all of my beats, everything, get from my Synth Accent and Rookie Season drum kit, man. Both out right now. First link down in the description if you want to support the channel. And these drum kits are being used by industry producers, billboard producers, and me myself. And every single one of my beats got every single drum sound in it you need, man, to lay down hard drums. From 808s to bonus loops, claps, effects, highs, kicks, open hats, percussion, snares, and some FL Studio themes. So if you're interested, like I said, make sure to go check it out. First link down in the description. Also gonna be using some sounds of my new upcoming Make Believe collection kit. As y'all can see, it's gonna be packed with sounds. Got a drum library, sample library right here, chord compositions, soundscapes, and some FL Studio themes. Damn. So I'm also gonna be using some drum sounds out of the drum library right here. So like I said, I'm gonna get something to eat, and after that I'm gonna lay down some drums, man. So let's get it. All right, we back at the studio. I got something else. Eee. Had to get him, bro. Had to get him. I drove like an hour for these, but got him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, for the drums, I think I'm gonna just start out with a hi-hat and a snare. So I'm gonna just go through these drum sounds and find a fit-in hi-hat and snare. A short hi-hat will fit the vibe. Start out with a basic two-step. Turn it down a little bit. Pan it to the left. So really set that tempo, you feel me? Let's find a snare. Let's go for this one right here. Keep it fairly simple. Got a second snare right here. That melody, beautiful, bro. Damn. I was thinking of also using this snare as a little counter snare right in front of the snare. It's a little accent, you feel me? Just to add even more bounce to it. Alright, next I want to spice up the hi-hats a little bit, just to kind of step away from that two-step, kind of make it sound a little bit more interesting by adding some rolls to it and all that stuff. Something like that. Yeah, keep it fairly simple, man. Like, I don't want to do too much. Play around with the velocities too. Kind of add some swing to it. Perfect, bro. Like, yeah. I think I'm gonna use an 808 and kick for this beat. I'm going to my Make Believe kit once again. Just grab an 808. It sounds good. Thinking of using a softer one. This one, for example. For this one right here. Of course, I'm gonna go into the chords that we laid down and copy over the root notes. And for that 808 pattern, I kind of want to step away from the chord placement, so I might push this forward or back a little bit, depending on what sounds good, of course. Feel me? Yeah. Feel me? But that shit smooth as hell, bro. Yeah. Next, I'm gonna layer that 808 with the kick just to add even more punch to it. So let's go into my Rookie Season drum kit and let's get my go-to kick right here. Feel me? Feel me? Like the kick punches through a little bit more. Sidechain it a little bit. But chords hard, bro. Yeah. Add some open hats to it, man. Get the open hats from my Make Believe collection kit as well. I like using this one. Let's see. To my Synth Accent drum kit, actually get this one right here. It's a little accent, you feel me? Maybe just keep it like this. Over here. Keep it like that, man. Add a second open hat to it. Add it right here at the end. Keep it like that, man. Smooth, bro. So also add a crash to that. Simple. Make believe kit. Use this one. Place on the first bar. Shorten it a little bit. Adds a little bit more impact to it. That's perfect. Think about adding one more counter snare to it from Ambient Pad drum kit. This one right here. Feel me? Like filling empty gaps. Alright, man, so I think that pretty much wraps up today's beat as well. Just play the entire beat and go over the arrangement as well. So yeah, so we ended up with got a little bridge right here, right before the drop. Got that pad, grand piano, synth. Of course the sub bass, right into the drums right here. Introduce the vocal. 16-bar hook right here. But this shit got bounce to it, bro. 2 guitars. Of course, since we got 2 guitar lays, we can swap them out, you feel me? Into the verse. A lot of space, bro. Like. Second part of the verse. That's pretty much it, man. Shit got a lot of space to it, man. This shit crazy. Alright, man, so that's pretty much it for today's beat. Really want to thank y'all for watching the video all the way to the end. Really hope that y'all learned something from today's video and that y'all find this video helpful, man. Really hope that y'all kind of get where I'm coming from with these video concepts, because I'm making these videos to help y'all too, man. So if y'all enjoyed this video, like I said, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Really means a lot. If you like the drum sounds that I use in today's video or in all of my videos, got my drum kits linked down in the first link down in the description if you want to support the channel. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram and join my Discord community. It's also linked down in the description down below. And if you got any future video ideas or things you want to see me cover on the channel, for example, make sure to leave a comment. I'll read every single comment under every single one of my videos, and that's pretty much all I got for today's video, man. So I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. I'm out.